So today we're going to be talking about supplements. The supplements that I take every single day to help me with my joints, to help me with my immune system and everything. So we're going to go through all of these supplements today. We've got things like creatine, fish oils, vitamin C's. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is vitamin C. So these are the vitamin C ones that I take from Sainsbury's because they come in a berry flavour as well. Okay, so I'm not always a big fan of the orange flavour, but Sainsbury's sell a berry one as well, which is really good. And these vitamin C effervescent tablets are 1,000 milligrams. Okay, now that's quite a lot of vitamin C. So that's 1,000 milligrams is 1,250% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin C. Now that's quite a lot and may seem excessive, but those are basically the only ones that they come in. They only come in that dosage. What's vitamin C used for? So most people think that vitamin C will stop you from getting a cold. Okay, that's not actually true. That is just a myth. It can, however, reduce the time it takes you to recover from a cold. So it's not necessarily going to stop you getting a cold, but it may increase your recovery time. It also helps with the intake of iron as well. So if you've got an iron deficiency, taking iron tablets, that sort of thing, vitamin C can help get iron into your system. So that's another good factor of vitamin C. Also, I like to take it in the morning, first thing, because it actually reminds me to drink water in the morning. So, because if I didn't take this, I'd probably forget to even drink when I wake up. So that's the first one, vitamin C. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is fish oils, okay? Omega-3. Now this one's from My Protein. Now when you're looking at fish oils, you want one with a good balance of EPA and DHA. Some fish oils that you can buy only contain 300 milligrams of EPA and DHA per 1,000 milligram tablet. Now you want to try and look for one that sells 500 milligrams per tablet. Okay, so this one's got 1,800 milligrams of EPA and 450 milligrams of DHA, and the total omega-3 in this is 3,000 milligrams. With fish oils, you can get omega-3, omega-6 and omega-9. The body can produce omega-9, so that's not always an issue. With the omega-3 and the omega-6, your body can't produce it naturally, so we have to supplement with it. And we can get it from things like fish, we can get it from other sources. In the Western diet, we tend to have a lot of omega-6, which can be found in a lot of processed foods, can be found in vegetable oils, meats. With the omega-3s, sometimes it's hard to get it in through your diet if you don't eat enough fish. Okay, so people recommend that you should eat 2 portions of fish each week. So whether that be tuna, bassa, haddock. But if you don't get enough in your diet, then obviously you can supplement with omega-3. Now it's important to get a good balance of omega-3, omega-6 and omega-9. Like I say, you get a lot of omega-6 in the Western diet anyway, so that's not always an issue. Your body should produce enough omega-9 anyway, and then it's just the omega-3s that I think is important to supplement with. And the reason for that is because it improves your skin, it has anti-inflammatory properties within, so internally. It also improves your hair. Okay, so it has lots of good properties, as well as assisting in lubricating your joints. So if you're lifting heavy weights all the time, then it's a good idea to supplement with the omega-3. The next supplement I'm going to talk about is glucosamine. So this is the one that I use. So what does glucosamine do? Glucosamine is like a building block for your joints and your cartilage to prevent any damage from the heavy impact. So if you're lifting heavy weights and things like that, then obviously it can help you with that. It may also help to alleviate existing joint pain, but its main function is to prevent the degradation of your joints and your cartilage. Okay, so it's more to prevent it rather than to cure it. Next one on the list is creatine. The ones that I get are micronized CreaPure creatine. Really, really good products. Creatine, what does it do? Basically, creatine restores your ATP, which helps you when you're doing physical exercise and also short, sharp bursts of high intensity interval training. So if you imagine when you're training, your energy stores and your ATP is like a battery. As you train, the battery depletes during the set, and then in between, in your rest periods, it starts to build up again, okay, and it recharges that battery. So when you take creatine, the science behind it is that it restores your ATP quicker, so that you can rest shorter in between each set, and it really maximizes your workout. So it's one of the most studied supplements out there. It's chucked around in gyms a lot. Everyone talks about creatine. Maybe not everyone knows what it does, but they take it just because they think, you know, that's the in thing to do, so we should take creatine because all of these big guys in the gym take creatine. That's basically what it does. All right, so it restores your ATP. It can also volumize the muscle, which in turn can promote muscle growth. I think if you're lifting heavy weights and you need that sort of recovery in between sets, then it is definitely a good idea to supplement with creatine. Is it essential to load with creatine? No. Supplement companies tell you that you need to load creatine because they want you to use more of their product. So if you're loading 5 capsules a day for the first 2 weeks, you're going to have gone through half your tub of creatine before you even know it. It's going to take you 2 weeks to get through half the tub. Whereas if you stagger it and just take that 3 to 5 grams every single day, that's all you need, 3 to 5 grams a day, and that's going to give you a sufficient amount of creatine. It's going to saturate your muscles, and that's all you're going to need. Now you get different kinds of creatine. Okay, so this is micronized pure creatine. You can also get cray creatine, you can get ethyl ester, you can get creatine monohydrate. Okay, so there's all these different forms of creatine that release in slightly different ways. Some creatines make some people hold more water, so it's just a case of seeing which one works for you. Alright, they all work slightly different, but obviously in this video today, I'm just talking about the one that I use, which is the Korea Pure, okay? So it's a finer powder, it's just easy to digest and get into your system. Okay, on to the next one. So this one is probably the most used supplement out there by many people, whether you're a weightlifter, whether you're a runner, whether you're a swimmer. Everyone always talks about high protein diet. The next one we'll talk about is protein. Okay, again, by My Protein. What does protein do? Okay, so protein basically helps you to recover between workouts. So it's important when you're doing physical activity that you get enough protein in your diet. Now, is it essential? No, it is not essential. So if you get enough protein within your diet, you don't need to buy protein powder. So why do I have a 5 kilo bag of protein here? That's because I don't get enough protein in my diet. With protein, you want to aim for 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. So I weigh roughly 230 pounds, so I aim for about 230 grams of protein as a minimum a day. Now, if you try and hit those kind of numbers with just food like chicken, tuna, those kinds of things, obviously the price starts to increase and the money starts to rack up. So supplementing with something like this, obviously it's a little bit cheaper. You get a lot of servings out of this bag, okay? I have 2 a day, and this bag will last me about 3 months. It does last quite a while, all right? You don't need to go overboard with it, okay? I just 1.5 scoop it, all right? And that's enough for me. You can also get different forms of protein powder, okay? So this is a whey protein, and whey is basically a form of milk, okay? So this is a milk-based protein. You can also get isolate protein and also hydrolyzed protein. Hydrolyzed is a more expensive protein because it's a finer powder and it also breaks down quicker in your digestive system, so it gets into your system quicker. Whereas a whey protein is milk-based. Now some people are intolerant to milk. People are lactose intolerant, they can't have milk products, okay, because they've got a very sensitive stomach, so they can't buy whey proteins. They tend to have to buy vegan-based proteins. So again, it's all down to your body type, your body weight, and what your goals are. So just make sure you get enough protein in, and to make sure that you're fully recovered. The next supplement is vitamin D3. Now, I've been given this supplement to try by a company called Insight Nutrition. And they've basically given me this product to try and to review for them. I've only been taking it for about a week, so obviously not feeling the effects of it just yet. It takes a little while to kick in. Obviously you get vitamin D from the sun, it makes you feel good, also good for muscle function, and it supports your immune system as well. Next up is a multivitamin. A multivitamin, is it important? I would say yes, it is important. Because what a multivitamin contains is all of the micronutrients that your body needs, as well as eating vegetables. This is going to assist you as well, just to make sure that you're healthy on the inside as well as on the outside. So, a multivitamin contains things like zinc, it contains things like iron, copper, magnesium, calcium. So this contains all of the vitamins and minerals that your body will need, alright? And this has even got vitamin D in it, so don't necessarily need to supplement with a vitamin D. It's also important to bear in mind when you're taking supplements together what each of them have got, okay? So if I'm taking a vitamin D3 and I'm taking a multivitamin with D3 in it, is it necessary to take this other supplement of D3 separately? Bear that in mind. It's 150% of the daily recommended allowance of zinc. I don't need to supplement with a zinc supplement because I'm getting zinc from here. You tend to find if people take too much zinc, it does start to give you a sicky feeling in your stomach, and it does make you feel sick. So it's definitely worth bearing in mind. Okay, I've had it before, supplemented with zinc, as well as having zinc in a multivitamin. It's not a good feeling. Also good for your immune system, and just making sure you're healthy on the inside. Fat burners. This is the Dorian Yates Black Bombs fat burner. It is known for being quite a potent fat burner. So I wouldn't recommend this for anyone that's not accustomed to stimulants and that hasn't tried these kinds of supplements before, okay, or any kind of fat burner before. Now with this, I'm not going to run through the ingredients, alright, but just to give you a rough idea, okay, one capsule of this contains 300 milligrams of caffeine. On the bottle it clearly says 1 capsule. If you look on the website, it tells you that you can actually take up to 2 capsules. So I've been taking this for about 6 weeks now, okay, and I've got 2 weeks left. You take it on an empty stomach in the morning. If you don't eat for at least half an hour, you feel it in your stomach disperse, okay? It actually gives me like a jittery kind of like anxious feeling, which isn't necessarily a good thing, you know, but it's just the rush of stimulants, the amount of caffeine mixed with all of the other ingredients that they put into this product that's having that effect on my body. Like I say, not necessarily a good thing. I'm not promoting this product. I'm not promoting fat burners at all. And I think that you should lose weight through a good diet and through exercise, okay? So I'm not promoting the use of these products. But then why have I got it? I've taken products like this before, okay? I've taken products like this in the past. I know how my body responds to it. Although I get the negative side effects of the jittery, anxious kind of feeling, I know that I can deal with the doses that are in this product. So if you're taking a fat burner that's got 300 milligrams of caffeine, you don't need to be taking a pre-workout that also contains 300 milligrams and then an energy drink later on in the day when your overall caffeine consumption for the day has been like 780 milligrams of caffeine. It's way too much. You don't need it, and you are going to crash hard. And when you try and get out of that downward spiral of consuming too much caffeine, you just feel like crap for days, okay? So it's really not worth it. So that being said, again, fat burners, not an essential product. Do they even work? Who knows? I mean, there are more natural products than these that are concocted in a laboratory. So you can have things like green tea, you could have a black coffee, you could, you know, have all these natural things that you could use as a natural stimulant. Okay, that brings me to our final supplement that we're going to talk about today. Digestive enzymes. What do these do? So these basically help you break down food into your system. So I only tend to take these when I'm on higher calories, okay, when I'm bulking and I'm into 4,000, 5,000 calories plus. If you increase your calories by quite a lot, your digestive system struggles to process that amount of food. So all you're going to do is just excrete out all the stuff that your body doesn't use. What a supplement like this does is it helps your body break down that food and it actually helps you to digest it. So these are the Solgar digestive enzymes, and these are the only ones I've used, okay, and they work pretty well. After, say, a week, 2 weeks of increasing calories and taking a product like this, I can really tell the difference. You can just tell that the food's digesting a lot better, okay, and it helps you to really consume more calories. This is an important one, I'd say, when bulking, just to help you maximise what you're getting from your food. So this one for cutting down, this one for bulking, along with a calorie surplus. And that brings us to the end of our video. If you learned something today, please give me a thumbs up and please like and share with all of your friends. And if you want to keep up to date with my training and my personal training business and also my own personal development, my own training journey, then please follow me on my social medias, which is Fries Fitness PT. See you guys soon.